Hi everyone, welcome to Gateway Lectures. Here we have a beautiful question which involves a beautiful concept. So let's discuss the question and also concept regarding it. A car travels around a horizontal circular track. So there is a horizontal plane and there is a circular track that has radius of 100 meters. So the radius of the track is 100 meters. The car increases the speed at a constant acceleration of 2 meter per second square starting from rest. So initially when it is at rest, it starts with a constant acceleration. So that is a total acceleration, nothing but. So that is a total acceleration at the start. The time in seconds needed for it to reach an acceleration of 3 meter per second square. So after such some time it will be in circular motion. So suppose when it is in point 1, let us take 2 points here. This is the point 1 here and this is the point 2. When it is at point 1, it starts from point 1 from rest. It is having a total acceleration of 2 meter per second square. So he need the time when it becomes 3 meter per second square. Okay. And also important thing given here is car increases the speed at a constant acceleration. So car is increasing speed at a constant acceleration. So acceleration is being constant, right? So here what is the acceleration we talk about? Nothing but angular acceleration, right? Nothing but angular acceleration of the car is increasing its speed. So it increases speed at a constant. So it is increasing speed means it is having a constant acceleration of alpha. Nothing but in a circular motion, whenever we talk about displacement, we'll be taking it as theta. Whenever we talk about speed, we'll be taking it as omega. Whenever we talk about acceleration, we'll be taking it as alpha. So let us discuss a few little basics regarding the circular motion. A good concept actually how the circular motion is obtained, how all the values of circular motion is obtained, how the direction can be obtained, what all the vectors are involved here. Everything will be discussed in a concept series. Here just we are dealing with the numerical. So we'll just know the basics which were required for this numerical here. So here let us take a circular path. So in this circular path we've represented O as the center of the circular path, and here we represented two directions actually. So one direction is called the tangential direction. So let it denoted by some tangential direction t, small t, or you can even represent that as t cap, unit vector along the direction. So if there is any direction, we can represent a unit vector along the direction. To get the value of the vector quantity, we need to multiply that unit vector by its magnitude. Okay, that is all things we'll be discussing when we develop the concept series for this. And also there will beautifully derive the equations, how we get the total acceleration values, how we take the directions. With the derivation itself we can get the direction, and this direction will be taking it as r cap, let it be. So whenever we consider here unit vectors t cap and r cap, these were nothing but tangential direction and radial direction. Before talking about the accelerations involved in the circular motion, two accelerations, we will just discuss. Suppose there is a circular path. We will take a circular path here. Suppose this is a circular path. Let's suppose this is the origin. We are moving from suppose state point 1 to point 2, or we can also call it as a P1 to P2, position 1 to position 2 we are moving. So whenever we are moving in a circular path from this position to this position, there is a shift in linear direction. So there is a linear speed also involved. There is an angular speed, rate of change of angular displacement, nothing but angular speed. Along with that, there is a linear speed involved to travel this linear distance between here. That is nothing but position 1 to 2. So that linear speed is called as v, and that v value is always equal to r omega. You remember this. This will be deriving when we discuss the concept series. Circular motion is very important. There will be quite a logical questions asked in circular motion. It will be a little confusion, but with the little basic information about circular motion, we can solve any type of question here. So here r cap is the radial vector along radial direction, t cap is the unit vector along tangential direction. So here after derivation we will be getting two acceleration components. One is called the radial acceleration component towards the center, that is along the radial unit vector, and also tangential component of acceleration, that is at along the tangential unit vector. So with both these acceleration we will be getting a resultant called as a resultant ar. Okay, this is the A resultant, and direction of this is along this direction. Resultant of it depends on the magnitudes of the both values also. Suppose AR and AT were equal, so this AR will make an angle of 45 degrees with either of the vectors. If AT is more, then AR will be more inclined towards the AR. Suppose AT is more, the resultant will be more inclined towards AT. If the AR is more, then resultant will be more inclined towards AR. Okay, in this way we'll be taking these vectors. Here just we have taken this to give the magnitudes of these vectors, and your direction is known, so we'll directly take the magnitude. Okay, we'll represent it in vector form simply. AR is equal to AT t cap plus AR r cap, and the value of AT is nothing but, after derivation we'll get the value of AT as r into alpha, plus, and the value of AR will be r omega square. Okay, that is nothing but r into alpha I cap plus r omega square. We know B is equal to r omega, so we'll take one r omega out of this, so we'll be getting r omega into omega, right? So r omega is nothing but V, and omega can be written of V by R. From that we'll get it as V square by R into r cap. Okay, this is the tangential component and this is the radial component, and remember here this V is called the linear speed. So always linear speed, and this direction is nothing but the tangential direction that we can represent by along the direction of acceleration of tangential acceleration. So this direction of linear speed will be along this. Therefore the change in this linear speed will always give the tangential acceleration, that is nothing but r into omega, right? This is the all basics we require here. Now let us solve the question with this basics we have. So the car starts from point 1. It is said it is starting from rest. So whenever we are talking about rest, initially at rest it tries to travel with linear speed. It don't know that it is changing its position vector. So this is the position vector along first direction, next position vector will be here, next position vector will be here. But whenever the car starts from rest, it just starts in a straight line motion, nothing but with a linear speed. So it is having only tangential acceleration at rest. As it is in circular motion, as its position vector is being changed, then it experiences the radial acceleration. Okay, so initially if we take initially at rest means no circular component of acceleration, nothing but no radial component of acceleration, no radial acceleration. So initially the radial acceleration will be equal to 0, but therefore the total acceleration will be equal to the tangential acceleration, that is nothing but r into alpha. So the initial acceleration was given as 2 meter per second square, and here it is said that constant acceleration. So whenever it is mentioned constant acceleration, you note that the angular acceleration is also constant. So whenever the angular acceleration is constant, the tangential acceleration value will be constant. You remember this. So whenever the acceleration is constant, the angular acceleration will be constant, because AT is equal to r into alpha. R is a constant. If alpha is also a constant, then AT will be constant. Okay, so whenever it is set constant acceleration, then AT will be a constant value. Okay, so here we got it as 2 meter per second square, that was given in question. R was known, so we can directly calculate the value of alpha. From this, alpha is equal to 2 by 100, nothing but 0.02 radian per second square. So A tangential acceleration was known. Next, finally it is having some velocity. Finally, it will be in circular motion. Since it is starting from rest, it is in linear motion. But as soon as it is on to the horizontal track, it will have some circular motion, right? Since its position vector is changing, it will get the circular motion. Then it will having a radial acceleration also. So here the total acceleration value AT will be equal to A tangential along t cap. We've just got that, plus A radial along r cap. Okay, here the value of A tangential was known, that is 3 meter per second square. That was given in the question, when the final acceleration will be 3 meter per second square. Okay, and we know that A tangential acceleration will be constant, that value will be equal to 2 meter per second square. So we need to calculate the AR. So how to calculate AR? We know that here A resultant it is, sorry, A resultant, nothing but A total I have written. A resultant is equal to under root of AT square plus AR square. So AR is known 3, that is equal to root over AT is 2 square plus AR square. So from this we will get the value of AR as root 5 meter per second square. Okay, AR is known root 5, and we know the magnitude of AR also, that is but V square upon R from this formula. Till now we don't know the linear speed here, so now we will calculate the linear speed here. From this V square is equal to R is 100 into root 5. From that we will get the value of V as 14.953 meter per second, right? So we got some few parameters here. So now we'll talk about the position. So it is 1, U is equal to 0, and now it starts moving along this direction, and at 2 it is having a velocity V, and also its direction is along A tangential. So from here to here it should take some time t actually, okay, when the acceleration is tangential acceleration. So whenever we talk about linear speed, here V is nothing but linear speed, U is nothing but linear speed, but the position vector change gives the velocity, that is nothing but linear speed. So linear speed V, and initial linear speed is U, and along the direction of tangential. So from this we can write, we know that V is equal to U plus AT from kinematics, motion from kinematics, equation of motion. A is nothing but here A tangential, U is 0, A is V is 14.953, U is 0, plus A tangential is already known to us, 2 meter per second square, into the time. So from this we will get the value of time, and the time value is 7.476 seconds. So in this way we need to solve the questions depending upon the terms given in the question. This is actually easy question if you know this basic things here. And always in circular motion we'll talk about the linear speed for the position for the particle, but due to the position change, due to the position vector, see here the position vector in this direction, here the position vector is in this direction, here the position vector in this direction. So as the position vector sign changes, so there will be also a change in the velocity component. So this sign is being changed with angular acceleration alpha. So with respect to this alpha we'll have the linear speed change also, nothing but we got here AT is equal to dV upon dt, that is equal to R alpha. As there is an alpha, we are having a change of velocity with respect to time, okay. So then we'll get the acceleration of AT. So whenever we talk about initial velocity U is equal to 0, final position V, it is traveling along this tangential direction, so it is having an acceleration of AT. Okay, from this we can get we can finally take the equation. So whenever we talk about V here in dV by dt in tangential acceleration, we'll call it that V as speed, not the velocity. These all terms, these all basics we'll be discussing in concept series. These were the numericals. These are all the basics required for the numericals. We'll be solving many such important questions. Thanks for watching.